Hey, good evening. I want to post a quick question to pose a quick question to you. That question is, how concerned are you? And the basis behind this question is pretty simple. I've had a couple of conversations today with individuals who right now are very concerned about how they're going to make ends meet in the days to come. One has seen a business of 20 years brought to an immediate standstill with a lot of uncertainty about the future. Another one has in a place of being semi-retired, and right now the only income really coming in is wife's job and the occasional part-time work, which now has come to a stop. And so, in both these conversations, these gentlemen were looking for what are some other options out there? What are some other things that I could be doing to make sure that my family's taken care of, to make sure that the bills are getting paid, that there's still a roof over our heads, that there's still food on the table? Now, I don't know if that describes you. If it does, the good news is there are options out there for you. Here's the thing you need to bear in mind. A lot of people have solutions that have steep learning curves, and although over time they can be great solutions, they're probably not the most practical. That was one of the conversations that I had this evening. My friend said, I've watched you for years. I know that you know how to use the internet to earn a living, to make money. And I had to remind him that, yeah, but the learning curve is steep. You met me 11 years ago, and that's when I was starting this journey. And so just because it looks easy now, and you can't negate that learning curve. However, there are things that if you find yourself in a situation right now that the paychecks are going to run out, or the furlough or the severance or whatever that looks like, over the next few weeks, there are some things you can be doing now that will help, lessen that burden, may potentially replace your income. And, the rule is you don't know what you don't know. And often you just need to ask somebody, what can you show me that I may not be aware of that could be a solution to the challenge that I'm facing right now? And so I want to encourage you, be courageous. It's okay to let people know, I'm in a really desperate place right now. I am in a do or die situation. I'm in a place where if I don't come up with some decisions and some adjustments, things really are going to get pretty drastically bad in my circumstance. And so if that's where you are, I want to encourage you, reach out to me. I'm even contemplating, if there's enough interest, doing a webinar maybe tomorrow or Thursday, and just really going over what are some things that you can be doing now that will start to generate some significant income for you in the next 30 days. And if not, help cushion some of the impact you're feeling. In some cases, maybe even replacing what has been taken away, what you've lost at this point. And so I just want to offer that out to you. One of the things that's been very helpful to our household is we've spent the last 10 years creating multiple ways of bringing income into our household, and more than happy to share some of those things with you because they may be a fit for what you need right now. Those are things that have been lifelines for us at times in the past. And it's interesting when your back's against the wall, some of the things that you're able to turn into real opportunities for yourself. The other thing I want to say to you is this, is the easy thing for people to do is to freeze in fear, and that's the most dangerous thing you can do. What you really have to do is you have to get proactive with your situation, and you have to start making decisions that are going to make a difference. Even in this downturn, much of my business is client related, And so what I've done is I've gone out looking for additional clients to make sure that if I've got clients that aren't able to stay with me because they're negatively impacted, that I'm replacing those clients with other clients who right now are thriving and do have the ability to utilize my services. There are lots of ways to make things work in your favor here. But you can't buy in fear. You can't sit back waiting for the bailout to come. Depending on who you are, some of the reporting is that some of these bailout monies might not even reach you for up to 20 weeks. So the question is, how are you going to make it in the meantime? And I've seen some comments already from Raymond. Years ago, we lost everything, and ended up having to live with friends for almost 2 years. And in that time, I found myself doing all sorts of things to just get moving in the right direction. And so what I want to give you is more plan. The thing I didn't have is I didn't really have a plan. I knew where I was headed, but I really didn't have a plan. I didn't have a system to, get things moving faster. And so I want to use some of that, short-sightedness on my part 10 years ago to help you maybe not repeat some of those same errors. So if I can be of help to you, leave a comment if a webinar on this topic would be helpful, where I just pull back the curtain, show you some of the things we're doing. I'd be happy to do that. Or if you want to reach out to me privately, I also understand sometimes our pride gets in the way. We don't want people to know that we're struggling. Then reach out to me and let's have a one-on-one conversation and see if we can't help you figure out what some of your lifelines need to be right now. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you again soon.